Oh man, hey, what's going on, everybody? It's boy Matt from the Matt and Ivory Show. What's going on, yo? How you doing, Ice or Ivory? Ivory, my bad, Ivory. What's going on?
I'm good, good. Yeah, Ivory. Yes, we are live, and what they say, live and in studio. So I'm excited about this, man. We got the primaries. Excited about the primaries. We got a war
Yeah,
going on. We got a lot going on to talk about. So hey, let's get to it.
yeah. I mean, what are you hoping to see in today's like primaries? Like, what are you looking out? What you looking for?
Well, I think two things. One is we have the Republicans, we have the Democrats. So I want to see, and I'm more excited about the Democrat side, but I'll talk a little
Mm,
bit about the Republican side. But you have on the Democrat side, the Democratic side, I should say, you have Jasmine Crockett and what's the other guy named Tallarico. And the polls are actually,
yeah,
it looks like Jasmine Crockett is going to win, but you never know. So actually, let's add those polls. I see the polls on here, but hold on, let me add those on here really quick here.
yeah. Why you add those? I'm gonna say this part. I think it's two things I'm looking for. I think the first thing I'm really looking towards is from the Republican side, how do some of these MAGA candidates actually really fare? I think that's one of the things I'm really paying attention to. Like these very strong MAGA, are they going to struggle or are they going to come out successful? That's one thing. Secondly, one thing I'm really paying attention to is how are some of these more progressive Democratic candidates faring in the primaries. And I'm gonna add a third thing. The third thing is how are some of these changes that they made to the polling and to the voting impacting? Like already in Texas and Dallas, that you already hear people who would come to a polling station they normally would vote, and then they were told that that's not their station. They have to go someplace else, right? So you already have this happening where Democrats are saying like, oh man, you don't vote here anymore. You got to go over here. So those are the three things I'm really paying attention to in this primary.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I see you. I see you. Okay. Yeah. I agree. So to piggyback on that, I want to see the direction of the country. Where is the country going to go? Is the country going to go center? Especially with the Democrats, are they going to pick James Tallarico? He's more of a centrist Democrat, or they're going to go progressive with Jasmine Crockett and go down that lane? Because we've seen some success with this. We've seen Zoran Mandani in New York have some success with his progressive agenda. So we'll see the direction of the Democratic Party. Now, in terms of the Republicans, let's put a clip up here for the Republicans because I think these two people here are insidious, man. It's kind of crazy because one Republican, let's put him up. Let's put it up here, Josh. Yeah, so we have here's the Republican primary for the U.S. Senate. So we have Ken Paxton, and I've done a little research on this dude. Okay, this guy is
Okay.
diabolical. Okay, he just not I guess it don't really matter in today's world, but he went through a divorce for biblical reasons, right? Biblical reasons. We
Mhm.
know what that is. It's probably he was out there, just in the streets. Okay, he
It's
was
a
just kind of
drug.
running wild in the
Like
streets.
Tommy, like
You know what I'm
Was saying,
saying?
right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
he was
Got
just
the
doing his thing.
drugs.
So yeah, I know,
Right.
man. It blew up his marriage, bro. Just blew it up, right? So we got this guy, and this guy is like really kind of like a Donald Trump 2.0, this Ken Paxton guy, and he's leading at 40%. I think 40%. They got a lot of money. They flooded a lot of money to him in terms of the lobbyists, the special interests, those type of things. And then you have the incumbent, John Cornyn. Now, this guy claims to be a centrist Democrat, but really he's a Trump lackey at the same time. This guy, I think he got like $90 million came into the Republican this primary. So a lot of
Mm,
money is being flowed here, and he got like 70 out of the $90 million. So I'm curious to see that even though he's losing, he has the most
right.
money pumped into his election campaign, and he's losing right now to a guy who's kind of morally depraved, this Ken Paxton guy. And then
Mhm.
Wes Hunt is the last guy. I don't know much about this guy, but he just looks like a goofball to me. So I wouldn't vote for him just the way he's smiling. I'm just being honest with you, bro. He looked like a
Right.
loser.
Well, I'll say this. The interesting thing is that Trump didn't endorse any of them. He just said, "Bro, Trump don't care, bro." Like I think they tried to tell Trump, "Hey, you're on the ballot too." I don't think it's really registering to Trump right now. But he didn't endorse any candidate. He's going to just kind of wait to the finish line and see who wins. It seems like.
Yeah, he probably over there panicking at the White House.
Yeah, he probably is. He probably is. But or he's over here counting all that money, 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 money. The
Millions.
million. This guy from
Yeah.
bombing Iran, more than likely.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And by the way, we want to shout out everybody who's on the live right now. Thank you guys for coming through tonight.
Yeah.
We got a big primary. We are super excited about this primary. Send some comments. Let's get some comments through. We love to read you guys' comment. We read every single comment on our channel. So feel free to comment below. It's like a party. We're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to watch the primaries as they come in, give live reactions, and kind of talk a little bit about what's going on in the Republican Party and also in the Democratic Party. So we about to have some fun. Let's have some fun. Y'all ready?
Give me a hell yeah.
What?
Yeah, let's have some fun. Let's do it. Now, before we even do that, let's go. Let's see what's happening with this Iran thing, because man, this is really devastating stuff. I mean, Iran, this stuff is moving very fast. So let's take a look here and just kind of see what's happening real quick, and then we can just kind of pull in real quick and see what's happening here.
Are literally preparing a ground operation inside Western Iran in the coming days with the support of the U.S. and Israel. He wouldn't give any details as to what exactly that support looks like.
Yeah, I hear it.
But he did tell us that President Trump actually spoke on the phone today with the leader of the KDPI. That's one of the big Iranian Kurdish groups here. He wouldn't characterize the details of the conversation, but he said it was a positive conversation. And this is something that is coming at the same time as this reporting from Natasha Bertrand, Elena Trine, and Zachary.
I have a question for you.
The CIA is actively arming.
Yeah, let's mute this while we go.
Iranian Kurdish forces.
I mean, going into the primaries, like, how do you think, if any, this attack in Iran will play into the primaries?
Well, that's a really interesting question. I think it plays a lot, because here you are right now. We know a lot of the information is coming out. This is Trump trying to save his behind. Obviously with the Epstein files leaking, just more and more data coming out with the Epstein files. Trump is deeply unpopular. And at the same time, he knows that the elections are coming up for the midterm. So I think, honestly, how this is handled, because you had literally, I think over 100 school children, little girls, died in Iraq because, Iran, because of the bombing. So you had that aspect of it. So I think this is a lot. It's just a lot of moving parts with this, Matt.
No, I agree. And I have another question to follow up with that. When you say it's a lot of moving parts, do you think the American people are going to process those moving parts at this point, or you think it's going to take longer after the primaries, or you think they're going to be able to process it right now while it's happening?
Man, I think the American people are fed up, okay? They are fed up, and I think they're processing in real time. But however, I would say this, because I'm tired of us just going back and forth, Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat. That's what we tend to do in this country. We get mad at the party in power, and then we just vote for the other party by default. I think we need to stop doing that, okay? Stop doing that. No bueno. What we need to do is we need to say, okay, we don't like the Trump administration. If you're in that party, you don't like the Trump administration, you don't like Trump, his policies, you need to say, okay, well, let's vote for the Democrats with a condition. What a condition. Okay, and that condition is whatever issue that you care about the most. If you have student loans and you want student loan debt relief, you should be voting about that. You want affordable housing, you want to buy a house, you should be talking about affordable housing. If you have healthcare issues and when you don't have the healthcare that you need, that should be the demand on the table.
No, I mean, I agree, man. The only thing I would say, I'm starting to kind of believe what Jank would say from the Young Turks. Of course. And he will always argue that his belief was that a lot of the Democrats were okay with losing. Like, they were almost paid to lose. And I think that's what I'm really watching is Jasmine Crockett and James Tellerico. Obviously with Tellerico being more centrist Democrat, Jasmine being more on the progressive side. Just seeing, like, are the Democrats going to allow those progressive candidates to come through? Now, obviously, say what you want to about the Republican Party. The one thing they did do with Trump is that they did let they did that more extremist wing of the party. They did kind of allow them to come into the party, right, for good or bad, right? I mean, for good or bad, right? I think where the Democrats have fought the push from the progressive side coming in for so long, that I think it actually has hurt the party. So I just want to see, is the Democratic Party finally getting to the point to say, hey, you know what? This is a good segment of our Democratic candidate, our Democratic population. Are we going to like just ignore them? So I don't know. That's really what I'm really paying attention to, man, because I'm really starting to believe that the Democrats are kind of good with losing right now, as long as some of them keep power. That's my belief right now.
You say they're good with losing? Oh man,
they're losing, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's
Of course.
No, I mean, they are like, hey man, hey, we lost today. Oh, that's good. That's good. You know what I'm saying, bro? I can't go out like that.
Man, I feel like voters feel like this, man. I mean, you guys tell me in the live. You tell me how you feel. If you feel this way, you guys in the chat, please share. Let us know how you feel. This is how I believe a lot of voters feel. Man, that's how voters feel. I really honestly feel that way. I feel like a lot of people feel that way, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel like people feel. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they do, bro. They get angry. They're angry like that, man. That's kind of where we are. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's where we are, man. And like I said, tonight it's gonna be a really big night. And like I said,
yeah, I agree. I agree. That is country.
Go ahead, Ira.
No, go for it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, yeah, that's kind of where people are at. And I'm telling you, the biggest thing really to watch out for outside of the primaries is what's happening with some of these changes to the voting polls, the voting booths, voters registration. Like literally in one of the polling sites in Dallas, they were checking people's addresses with iPads. Say, hey, nope, you can't vote here anymore. So, you know, you're at this location. So Jasmine Crockett was actually, she wanted to petition for extended poll hours just because so many people got rerouted. That's going to be a huge thing to pay attention to, because it's going to be full effect. Voter suppression is going to be in full effect tonight. Live, direct, and full effect. It is. It's a testing ground. It's a testing ground, man. It's a testing ground for what we like to call, lower expectation voting, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Lowered expectation.
4-5 and 4-7.
Yeah, I know. And don't forget, Texas, they actually gerrymandered. They were trying to gerrymander and pretty much rig the election by carving up the state and really disenfranchising Black and brown people from having a say, a voice in these primaries and also in an election. So you're going to see a lot of like gains from the Republican side. They're going to do a lot of things to try to stay in power. And my thing is this: if you guys are listening on this live, you tell me how you feel about it. I feel like if you're going to beat the party, you got to have better policies. And at this point, we're not even voting for policies anymore. We're strictly voting off vibes. It's just, oh, I heard a sound bite. I heard a clip. I heard this person say this or that. But we don't even really focus on the policies. Like, what policies are going to impact our lives in a positive way? I think we need to get back to that, because it's too much outrage. It's too much, okay, Trump did this today. Trump did that today. We need to focus on actual policies. Again, if healthcare is your thing, or student loans is your thing, or affordable housing, or groceries, or just whatever your thing is, we need to get back to those things and having debates about those things in particular, instead of like, oh, the next Trump grift. So I'm just getting tired of the Trump grift. It's just wearing out to me.
You've been talking about this for a long time, man. Voting off vibes. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Well, again, I mean, it's just like, oh, well, I don't like them transgender people, so I'm going to vote against that, and it's just like that. Or it's just kind of like you saw a clip and you saw a person that you like. He's like, you know what? He actually kind of make a point. And this person made half a point. He made half a truth. He said half the truth. And you're like, I actually like him. Or I saw him dance. Or he made me laugh or crack a joke. And then next thing you know, you vote based on that. So it's really based on how you feel. It's kind of like dating. You see these dating shows, right? And you go see these people, and pretty much they're like, well, the chemistry was there. I had chemistry with this person. So they just want to marry the person. And you're like, wait a minute. Do you know the person? Do you know anything about their character, right? So I think we need to get back from the vibes, the feelings, the chemistry, and really focus on, okay, how is this going to impact my life? So that's something that I'm really, really thinking about, Matt.
Kind of goes back to the whole Rock saying,
It doesn't matter how you feel.
doesn't matter when it comes to politics. So no, I completely agree, man. I think, and I think what makes it so crazy right now is there's so many things that are happening, right? There's so many things that are happening. The number one thing, obviously, we just attacked Iran. Like I talked about this in our video that we did. We talking about Iran. Didn't we we were going to invade Greenland like 2 months ago? We took out Maduro. We took out Maduro. You know what I'm saying? This is a Grand Theft.
Taking France out, bro.
This is Call of Duty Grand Theft Auto, man. You say, hey, let me go take somebody out, man. Hold up. Let me go get some lunch real quick. We're gonna take a leader out, man. Hold up. Pause the game. And now you're gonna come right back to the American people asking for votes. You just pretty much said, hey, we starting a war on fraud led by JD Vance. First thing he did, go to Minnesota, attack Minnesota, and said we taking $259 million away from your Medicaid, right? Which people think, like I said, it wasn't just about attacking Minnesota. I think the war on fraud is a way to punish enemies and defund things that you wanted to defund anyway because you spent the money in other categories. Now, are the people really paying attention to this? That's the key. Are the people really paying attention to this? Now, I would say this, bro. If we get to these primaries and it's like, not only are the progressive Democrats losing, but the MAGA Republicans are winning the primaries even against the more centric Republicans. I'm gonna be like, God dang, we can't. Hey, I'm gonna be like, this country is just going backwards. And I'm going to declare it, bro. If he comes out on top and these people, I'm like, this is going to be officially the Michael Myers era, bro. The Michael Myers era. I hope that doesn't happen, man, but I've been wrong before.
Oh, yeah.
I've been wrong before, man.
No,
So
I definitely get you on that, Matt. And you're right about that.
No, go ahead, bro.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I was saying you're right about that. Somebody in the comments, go MAGA Trump 2028. You do realize that Trump cannot run. He cannot run in 2028, right? And by the way, CC 12326. Let me ask you this question, right? So go MAGA Trump 2028. What is he doing in 2026? Like, drop that in the comment. What positive thing that the president of the United States is doing that's impacting your life? When you look at your 401k, when you look at your health care, when you look at your job prospects, I want you to answer that question. Not just throw Trump 2028 in there. I mean, I know that's a trigger. You're trying to troll or whatever, but put in the comments. I want to know, what has the president done to impact your life in a positive way? I mean, I can tell you how he enriched himself.
Such it just
oh man, come on,
people off. Oh god,
I don't understand, man. You got to come again. You got to come a little bit better than that, brother. Anyways, we'll wait till you comment on that one. But I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to see where the country is going to go. I want to know where the country is going to go. Again, we have in the Democratic Party primary, we have Jasmine Crockett. She's more on the progressive side of the Democrat. I mean, more on the progressive side. And then you have James Tallarico. He's more of a centrist. This guy's a Christian. This guy talks about his faith a lot. And I've seen some of his viral clips. He has a few viral clips, and he talked about white nationalism and what that means. And he talked about against that. And I thought that was pretty interesting coming from a Christian guy, because you know how I feel about them Christians, bro. Them MAGA folks, bro. They be going crazy sometimes, but them MAGA Christians, man, they probably be the worst sometimes. So I'm just curious to see where the Democratic Party is going to go with this. I think Jasmine Crockett, she has a good chance of winning, but at the same time, you can't deny the fact that James Tallarico, he has the money, he has the backing, he has the establishment. So we'll see how this goes.
Oh yeah, I mean, and this also could be a throwaway thing for the Democrats because they haven't really took Texas in a long, long time. So I think they could just be, hey, let's see how it plays out. And real quick, man, I know you had seemed like you had MAGA Jesus on there, man.
Yeah, MAGA Jesus. Yeah.
Real quick, we're
Yeah.
gonna take a MAGA Jesus break. Let's go.
MAGA Jesus. Go ahead, MAGA Jesus. Right?
Shout out to you,
MAGA
MAGA
Jesus.
Jesus.
Come on, MAGA Jesus. Come on.
MAGA Jesus got his own. Yeah, MAGA
Yeah, I know,
Jesus,
right?
bro. The MAGA Bible.
That'd be the interesting thing about it. You know, like again, I'm for solutions. I want to hear solutions, man. I'm getting tired of like this Trump stuff, man. Trump is he's just a bad president, man. I don't care what nobody says. He's just a really, really bad president. I think we need some new fresh blood in there. But let me ask you guys in the comments. Oh, go ahead, Matt.
Go ahead, man.
I want to ask you guys in the comments, what do you guys feel about this election? Like this 2026 midterm election? How you guys feel about that? I mean, I know I feel I'm kind of blah about it, but I do want to see change in this country. But I do think we need to negotiate from a position of strength because the people have the power. We have the power. We need to hold these politicians accountable. And so I'm just kind of curious to hear what you guys got to say in the comments. Go ahead, man. Read the comments, man.
Yeah, we got one, we got the MAGA Trump. And he said, of course, the billionaire enriched himself by giving up his presidential salary. Oh, yeah, he's been making the millions over and over again while president, man. I think they say his net worth has increased by what, 4 to 5 billion that they can actually track. So I mean, obviously, man, it's getting crazy out here. But I think
Trump said he don't like smart people.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. It's getting like that, man. But like I said, to your point, man, it's gonna be a very interesting day. I know Trump is gonna be watching the polls like this, man. We're gonna be. Especially that Jasmine Crockett,
Yeah, I know.
High numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. I feel like Jasmine Crockett, to be honest with you, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. She is the underdog. Even though she is projected, based on last poll, she was polling at 56%.
Yeah.
But I think she's just super underrated. People underestimate this person. And Jasmine Crockett is, for whatever reason, she just really gets under Republican skin. And I think that's why if you're a Democrat, you want a person like her in the Senate to shake things up, or at least to know that somebody's fighting on your end. I think you can go either way with either one of these candidates. But if I had to pick a person to win tonight, I'm going to go with Jasmine Crockett tonight. I just think that she has the momentum. And she's going to bring a lot of new first-time voters out to vote for her.
I mean, she will, but it's the same thing I said with Gavin Newsom when he had the high hand. Like the Democrat Party, when somebody gets a high hand, they don't pass the ball, bro. I don't care what. Hey, you could be 6 from 6 from behind 3-pointers, bro. They do not pass the ball. They won't pass the ball, bro. So the reason I'm saying that is that I think that Jasmine Crockett, I saw her today, and she was calling it out like, hey, you know what, we're going to fight this, and she was calling out Republicans, but where is the reinforcement? Right? She's out there on the front lines. Where's the reinforcement? Some of these other Democrats are hiding behind trees. They hiding at home. They doing all these different things. They're not fighting as a group. So when the Detroit Pistons played the Bulls, they had something called the Jordan rules. It wasn't Jordan versus Isaiah Thomas. It was us versus Jordan, and they had to stop Jordan, and they just make it hard for Jordan. That's what the Republicans can do because the Democrats don't always play as a team. They could just gain up on Jasmine Crockett, which they have been doing. They gained up on Gavin Newsom. So that's what I worry about, is that she's not entering this thing with the full level of enforcement necessary to sustain. Republicans kind of do it for the leader up top, but they just gonna kind of just chip at her. And it's a shame that not enough of the Democrats are fighting.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Matt. And I don't think they have it in them. You know, like Trump, one thing you can say about Trump, he is going to fight for himself, but he's going
Yeah,
to
yeah, he
fight.
is.
And in MAGA, they fight, right? Even if they fight unfair, like they have a whole right-wing echo chamber system, meaning that if they want to get a lie out there, they all are going to be on lockstep in that lie. And they're going to say
Yeah,
it over and over and over and over again. And then until it becomes like normal for people to be like, oh man, maybe it's true. Maybe they are telling the truth. So I feel like that's how they do. And Democrats play respectable politics. And I can't stand that because there are no rules anymore. Trump has
No.
changed that. Okay. There are no rules. You need to be as ruthless as you possibly can. And you need to fight for your constituents, because if you don't, man, I'm telling you, like, people are just going to be so turned off from this whole process of voting and just I don't know, man. I just feel like sometimes people feel like they've been prostituted out. Like, I don't know if you guys feel like this, but I felt like during the 2024 election, we got so much mail, vote for this person. So, bro, we were inundated with so much stuff, right? And then soon, the day after election, bro, you heard nothing from these people. And I just feel like it's such a scam, man. It's just like, we going to come in, get what we want, and we out of there.
Yeah, and then especially all these people who are drinking that Kool-Aid, bro. They're sucking down that Kool-Aid, bro. Those are the words, bro. And hey, man, put that down. This is worse. Only thing worse than fentanyl, alcohol, is that Kool-Aid.
Oh, man, a lot of people drinking that Kool-Aid, and that's the thing, because we voting off vibes, man. The vibes are real. So, man, we got some comments here. Let's read some of the comments in here. What we got? Of course, the billionaire enriched himself by giving up his presidential salary. Huh? Are you being sarcastic? Or, I mean, the president, by the way, fun fact, if you don't know, the president is paid $400,000. I think that's the salary of the president of the United States. But Trump, you know, he got so many grifts. And Matt, explain a little bit something about the president's grifts. Like, how does it really make his money? We're going to talk a little bit about that.
Okay, well, I'll say this too. Just because Trump said he gave up his salary don't mean he did it. He just said that. Hey, let me see the paperwork. But like, the reason, let's talk about this. The Supreme Court case that recently came down about tariffs. Trump was upset about tariffs because that's his main grift, right? I'm going to use tariffs as a way to put up a barrier, to put up a tax on you, and I'm going to put it out there, and then I'm going to make you pay me. The tariffs were a big money maker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it was a big money maker. I just hope Crockett doesn't win. She is the dumbest person in politics. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you know, so what's your take on Trump? You know, I mean, what's your take on that? Hey, last time I checked, MAGA Mike was brilliant. Woo! You know what I'm saying? People be coming out with the credit. He's the dumbest person in politics. Hey, okay, bro. Okay. Hey, I mean, if you feel that way, that doesn't bother me, but okay. But why do you say that? What's your reasoning?
Yeah, I want to know, Laura KB. I mean, like, that's a big claim to call somebody the dumbest person in politics. I mean, I can name a few people for you, but what makes Jasmine Crockett dumb? The dumbest person. I'm just kind of curious about that, because either way, you know, I want to see the best candidate win. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And then we have Carlos Navarro. He says, do you think tariffs are actually good? Man, I know you got something to say about the tariffs, man. Go ahead, bro. Hit us with the truth, bro.
Yeah, if you Donald Trump, everybody else thought that stuff it got shut down. That's your answer right there. You know what I'm saying? Them things are bad, man. Them tariffs are bad. The tariffs, bro.
You're telling me, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing about tariffs, right? Tariffs is a tax on the American people. Point blank, period. Now, if you like taxes, then tariffs are great. Okay, it's great for you, but at the same time, you got to think about it from this way, Carlos. The U.S. government is going broke. They need a way to tax and bring in more revenue. Because more revenue comes in, then guess what? They can shift those revenue around to do other things, like give tax breaks for the rich. Now, this is what Trump did. He took literally made tariffs an issue. And what he did was he used it as leverage and negotiation power. So when he came to these countries like China or Vietnam or any other country, he came to them and said, hey, you know what? You're going to have to deal with me. So in order for me to not tariff you, then I'm going to have to take that money. I'm going to have to just give you a bad deal. And the countries weren't signing up for that. Some countries play ball, but some didn't. But the bottom end of the day is it's a tax on American people, and you pay that tax. So that's something that you have to think about, Carlos.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like I said, when
good question, though.
Bro, with this. Let me see. Carlos had another comment. They've been going broke for decades. If you can pull it up, I think Carlos said they've been going broke for decades. That's why the Federal Reserve keeps printing more money. Yeah, maybe. I don't necessarily. This is my belief. I mean, obviously, I'm no financial expert. I don't know if it's so much that the Federal Reserve that we're going broke, or just the people who have the money are just not paying anything into the system, and it's just driving up inflation and other things. So I think it's just a lot of people ripping the system off, and it's just not just some type of low some immigrant or some poor person. It's everybody's ripping the system off, and let's be honest, the people up top are ripping it. So everybody's just taking, and not putting back into the system, and that creates huge inflation, huge deficits. I mean, even the last three presidents. I mean, Trump, Biden, and Obama, all combined, and Trump both times, they ran up really high deficits, and nobody want, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that they're running really high deficits because it's hard to do the Jimmy Carter approach and tell American people, hey, you want to cut back on stuff. Nobody wants to hear that.
No, nobody want to hear that. You're right about that, Matt. Yeah. So, man, we gonna see. So we gonna check in a minute. The polls are starting to come in a little bit. We're gonna check in with that and see where the voters are, because that's all what matters right now. Texas voters. Yeah. Who are they going to vote for? Who do they want to represent them on the Democratic side and also on the Republican side? So let's go back to the top here. Again, for those of you who are just joining us, welcome here. Welcome to the Matt and Ivory Show. And we're going to cover this. We're covering the whole election stuff. So we're going to read you guys quotes throughout the show as well. But we have Jasmine Crockett. This is on the Democratic Party side. Jasmine Crockett, she's projected to win. I don't know if she's going to win or not. It's going to be tough. And then we have James Tallarico. Now, this guy, I saw him on Bill Maher show. I think it was Bill Maher or James, maybe it was Colbert show. And he was like really, really good, like really sharp with his messaging, his style, his tone, his charismatic way. And I think Jasmine Crockett is going to be up against that, because I think he does come across as a genuine guy who's reasonable. And I think politicians, that's where the country wants to go back to, just reasonable politics.
Yeah, but I think the interesting thing about this Texas race is it's really about what's happening on the Republican side, right? I mean, obviously the Jasmine Crockett, that's exciting and things like that. But obviously, this has been Republicans have dominated Texas for a very long time. So, like I said, I really want to see. Can you pull up the Republican race so far? I think that's the interesting one.
Yeah.
Because that's the interesting one, and I think that's going to really set the tone for a lot of things happening in Texas. And so I'm really paying attention to that. And also, there's also going to be the big, how vulnerable is this person to Jasmine Crockett? Now, I will say this too. If Jasmine Crockett does win, she does have a huge battle ahead of her trying to win in Texas. I mean, she's going to have a huge uphill battle against her. She will. So she will have a view. Because,
yeah, I agree. All right, so let's read a couple of you guys' Let's read a couple of you guys' messages, and we're going to get straight to some of the early voting. It's starting to come out a little bit. But Laura said, Trump is doing a great job. He's not perfect, but he's doing incredible things. People are so blinded by hate that they can't give him credit for anything. Okay, well, I need to know those incredible things. I would love to know those incredible things. I'm open to hearing that. One of the things I would say, I want the president to focus on affordability. He came in and said he was going to focus on affordability, and that's how he got elected for the most part. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Things are not affordable. Now, that's something you can't debate. I want to know these good things, Laura. What good things do you think the president is doing right now? And I'm not talking culture wars. I'm talking about for your wallet book, for your future, for your healthcare, your student loans, if you got them. If you want to buy a house, I want to hear about those things. What good things are the president doing?
Well, I'll say this. He has done some incredible things that we haven't seen before. We've never seen a president call affordability a hoax and get away with it. That's incredible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We never seen a president call out the Supreme Court and say, hey, I'm going to keep tariff anyway and get away with it. So he's done some incredible things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're good things, but he's done some incredible things. So
yeah.
He's also broke the record for most money made in office while president. He's in the billions and the billions. He has done some incredible things. I will say that. I have to admit that.
All right, cool. Well, hey, guys, we're going to play live coverage of what's happening right now in politics. We're going to play live coverage. Hit us up with that.
Hey, guys, can you turn the audio on?
So, Anderson, for all the voters we've talked to here, as we spent quite a bit of time here in Texas, I'm thinking to a man from Houston we met yesterday. He 3 times voted for Donald Trump. He went to see James Tallarico and said he's voting for him because he said he believes it's time for a change. How many voters are like that? We shall see, but that's one piece of anecdotal evidence out there that James Tallarico is building and expanding the party. Of course, Jasmine Crockett is trying to fire up the Democratic base. Anderson.
All right, Jeff, thanks for that one. Ballots in the campaign headquarters, the Republican candidate Ken Paxton, who's trying to unseat the longtime incumbent Senator John Cornyn. CNN's Arlette Saenz is there. What's the latest there, and what are you hearing from voters?
Well, Anderson, voters here are gathering as they hope that the state's attorney general, Ken Paxton, will be the eventual GOP nominee. Paxton is posing a very real political threat to Senator John Cornyn, who is in one of the toughest political battles of his longtime career in Washington. Paxton and his allies have argued that Cornyn is not conservative enough, that he is not closely aligned with President Trump. But Cornyn has tried to push back on that. And he has also tried to argue that some of the past controversies surrounding the state's attorney general, including on legal levels and personal levels, that would be detrimental to Republicans' ability to win here in Texas in November, not just in that U.S. Senate seat, but also in down ballot races. Now, in speaking to operatives with both the Cornyn and Paxton camps tonight, they are anticipating that this contest will head into a late May runoff because it is a crowded 3-way field that also includes Congressman Wesley Hunt. These campaigns are expecting that they may not reach that 50% threshold to avoid the runoff. And this has already been an incredibly expensive race, with it expected to bring in even more and more money in the weeks to come if this does, in fact, extend to that runoff.
All right, Arlette Saenz, thanks very much. We'll continue checking with you. We're going to get some perspective from our political panel next. We'll be right back.
Okay. All right, let's take a break. All right, so there we go. Interesting. I would say this is going to be let's read some of the comments. Let's go back to the comments here. We got Laura. She is on fire tonight. Laura, what you got to say? Go ahead, Matt. You want to read this one?
Yeah, I live in Arizona. A year ago was $3.95, and now it's $2.85. Talking about gas. Eggs were $8, and now they're $3. I just bought a house last month when a year ago was not even possible. Congrats on the house. By the way,
yeah, shout out to you.
Yeah,
let's give her a shout out. Shout out to you, Laura.
Yep, shout out to you. So anything you want to say about the comment? I don't live in Arizona, so I can't speak to those prices. That hasn't been, where I'm at. That hasn't been the case. That's so I just want to point that out. But I do want to go back.
Another quote here too.
Okay, you want to read that one, Ivory?
You said, I live near the highest child traffic city in America. Kids were being swiped in park lines in broad daylight. Now crime is exponentially down. We have significantly less missing children. Well, again, hey, we celebrate that too. That's a shout out. So we want to clap that up.
Yep.
But okay, we'll give you that. I'll take you at your word with that, Laura. Okay, great. Okay. All right, moving along. That's what's up. All right. So, Matt, you got anything else you want to chime in on this?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm really thinking about, they talked about this in the video, and I think this is what makes politicians so backwards. And we always talk about things being safe. Politicians and funders and stuff, they play it so safe. It's like, oh, you're not Republican enough, you're not right wing enough. It's like, bro, I don't even think that's what the country want right now, bro. I don't think they want MAGA. I don't think they ready for that. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're ready to throw them out, bro.
Throw them out. But if you just see it for face value, it looks like it's winning. So they're gonna keep double down, triple down on it. So it just lets you know how out of touch a lot of the politics be, and then how a lot of the
I say throw them all out.
Yeah. I know. I hear you, bro.
Throw them all out, man.
But it's just weird, just how tone deaf they are, man.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so tone deaf. And again, I'm just begging, can we just get to good healthcare? Can we get better roads and bridges? Can we get, affordable groceries at the grocery store? Can we get to home ownership for most Americans? Can we get to just clean water? Can we just get to, I'm sorry to say, can we just get democracy at this point? I mean, we would just get that. So I feel like we just so far away from all these things, and it's just kind of frustrating to even talk about it. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. And Carlos had an interesting comment. That's the problem with your two-party system, creates game mentality. Yeah, I agree. I was actually thinking about that. I was thinking about that yesterday. Thinking about like how the Republican Party just protects Trump no matter what. I'm like, that's some gang-related type stuff, bro. That's some no snitching stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's that no snitching stuff that we talked about.
I mean, Democrats do it too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and Democrats do it too, because remember when Joe Biden was like, we all knew, like, okay, this guy ain't got it. He ain't got it. No way he should run for a second term. And they hid all that stuff, okay? They hid all that stuff. And it was kind of bad, you know what I'm saying? Because you like, you know what, this dude should not be running for president the second time around. And I think that the Democrats knew better than that. And they trotted this guy out here. And literally, I remember I forgot which debate it was when Trump talked about the eating of cats and dogs. No, that was with Kamala. I'm sorry. But Joe Biden literally forgot where he was at. And I'm like, no way this guy should be on this stage here. So I just found out to be interesting, man.
Oh man, that was a classic. That was a classic, bro. That was bad, bro. I remember that, man. That was classic. You know what I'm saying? For all the wrong reasons. No, you're right about that, man.
Yeah, of course. But hey, I think the voters are going to send Donald Trump a message. What you think, Matt? I think they're going to send him a message.
That's what Trump got that from. People don't know that, bro. He was on Your Fight. He got that from Vince McMahon, bro. People don't be knowing that, man. Trump be stealing everything, bro. Trump be stealing, you're fire. Yeah. Trump's version was whack.
You're fired.
Yeah, that dude voice is like,
yeah.
Hey, real quick, bro. Let's take an entertainment break. We got some entertainment. So since it is Texas and they got a little entertainment, so run the clip, Josh. Shout out to Sloppy Steve for that performance.
Not Sloppy Steve, bro.
Sloppy Steve, you got the move,
we got some comments coming in. Let's see here. Carlos said again, you rather vote against your own interests as long as the donkey or the elephant win. Yeah, man, we're getting tired of that.
I got an answer to that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we getting tired of that. We getting tired of that. Again, me and Matt, I don't want to speak for you, Matt, but I speak for myself here. I don't care about political party affiliation. Okay, I am an independent. I don't care about voting for Democrats or voting for Republicans. I just want a common sense person to come in and say, you know what? Healthcare is broken. Let's fix it. The roads and bridges need to repair. Let's fix it and have sensible plans, okay? And just can explain their plans, their policy to me in a cohesive way. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? Is that too hard to ask for? I don't want the drama. I don't want the tweets. I don't want the chaos. I just want simple, basic policies that's going to improve and help the lives of many in my community.
No, I agree, bro. And for me, bro, I don't care what part of you at, man. If you come in my house looking like this, bro.
Michael Myers, bro.
I don't care if my church sent you. I don't care if the Democrats send you, the Republicans send you, bro. You not getting my vote, bro. Michael Myers show up to your door, talking about he gonna lower prices. Do not believe him. Do not believe him. All point bulletin, bro.
Don't believe him.
Believe him. Let's get this scum out of here, man. Do not believe him, bro.
Yeah, I agree. And we're just waiting for those of you who are just joining us. Thank you so much for joining us, the Matt and Ivory Show. We are covering live coverage here, live reaction. We're having a party here. We're having fun here. And we're covering the Republican and Democrat U.S. Senate primary. And so far, the votes are just being casted. So we're going to start playing live coverage on that. And we're going to show you guys who is winning and why they're winning. And we're going to talk about that and break it down in real time. Glad to have you guys here. Hit that like button if you can. Hit that like button so we can just get this party going a little bit more.
Yep.
All right. So we're just still waiting here. So I don't see any, I don't know, man. I just think Jasmine Crockett going to pull it out tonight. I just got a feeling she is. This is a close race right here. I think this is going to be closer than what a lot of people think, though.
I mean, it could be, right? I mean, we see how it plays out. And like I said, the real thing to watch out is for the Republican Party. Like, is the incumbent going to be taken out? And it's going to be taken out by this this wannabe MAGA man, guy that they got coming in, bro. That's the only person I know kind of got the George W. Bush look, but he claiming to be MAGA. It's crazy out here. So, you know, so I mean, yeah, bro. I hope Jasmine Crockett gets it. And like I said, the reason I say I hope Jasmine Crockett gets it is because the Democratic Party needs a little bit of a shakeup if they're going to compete long term.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's go see what the big board looks like. All right, let's add that on there. Come on, Josh. Josh,
come on, Josh, man. I mean, hey, Josh, you know what you need to do, Josh? You know what I'm saying? You know what you need to do, Josh? You know what Josh needs to do, y'all?
Votes come in, so he will be your.
Oh, me.
Nothing, so I gotta do what God told me to do, and ain't the one I want to do.
Oh, Josh, gotta do what God told you to do.
Who's electric? That
Man,
people
John.
who don't vote will come out. You can change the map. You can
we're having some technical difficulties.
change the math.
Looks like Tallarico is beating Jasmine Crockett right now.
Tonight, we'll see if she's correct.
52 to 46.
If she's correct, that should first show itself inside our own party. And if she pulls this off tonight, then it's a signal that maybe there's some new wisdom emerging from the grassroots that a different style of politics can change the map. But I think, you know, most people would usually go with someone like Tallarico because they think he can pull in the moderates, he can pull in even some Republicans, as we saw tonight. This is up to the voters. We can sit up here all night long and talk. We will see what the grassroots thinks is the best way to take on Donald Trump. But don't think that Jasmine Crockett is just an internet sensation. She is that, but
yeah, this is acting up.
Trying to see if she can change the turnout.
We're gonna go. Let me see.
All right. So it looks like we're having issues with that video. All right, so we can go back to that in a minute, but so far it looks like Jasmine Crockett is down 46 to 52. And it looks like this guy, Tallarico, is actually winning. So we'll keep track of this.
It changed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tallarico is winning. So it looks like Tallarico is winning.
Okay, real quick. I would say send the link to Josh. Maybe he can pull it up. Because we was watching on CNN, right?
Link.
Yep.
Yep.
Put it in there so Josh can pull it up on the other computer.
Yeah, let's get that going here. Oh man, these elections, man, they be kind of fun, but they be nerve-wracking, man. But again, we'll see because I felt like when Trump got elected for the second time, I felt like a lot of Americans felt like this.
Come on, man. You a clown, bro. Why you like this, bro?
Man, I don't know, man. It's just kind of fun trolling these people again. Or I feel like Trump does this to MAGA, though. This is MAGA, how abusive the relationship is with MAGA and Trump at this point.
That's exactly how it is, bro.
And they just be like, oh my God, no wars. You said no more wars, Mr. President. Oh my gosh. They be getting triggered, bro.
They do, bro. They do. That's how they be, man. That's how
we got it up.
How they be.
Yeah. Man, you know what? Let's see what the polls are. Let's go and see what the live polls are, where people are right now. Let's look and see where the Texans people, where they're voting at right now.
Okay.
Do we have that clip, Matt? Josh?
Let me see. Yep. I'm trying to pull it up. I think it might be, I think you said you have an issue in the chat.
Okay. All right, so let's
just give us a second, y'all.
And Wesley Hunt, the third person, he's been a big. So Trump had legitimately 3 allies. It was a tough choice.
We're going to take a quick break. Back with everyone.
Trump had 3 allies. Get out of here, man.
Vote in Texas continues.
Oh man. All right, so let's pause this really quick here.
The only 3 allies Trump has is me, myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I.
That's it, man.
I know, bro. I felt like this too. This is another Trump moment I had when Trump got when he got convicted of those felonies. Man, it was a party time, man.
Real quick, bro. Not the ass again, man. Bro, bring that up, bro. Them ass be the worst, bro. Man, these ass. Oh, bro. Like, these been the worst ass ever, bro. Like, man.
I know.
Like, I was watching the Super Bowl. I said, man, these ass suck. Trying to get you to.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Ass suck, bro.
Yeah.
Ass suck, man.
Yeah, I know, man. But you know what? Again, I am so I think this Republican primary going to show a lot as well, because I think we're going to finally see because I think they have a runoff, if I'm not mistaken, Matt, don't they? Like, if you don't get past 50%, it runs off, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So let me see. I'm about to. Let me see. I'm about to pull it up, man. Hold on, give me a second. We're Josh. We might have to switch. We might have to switch networks.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna give you the password, Matt, so you can pull it up on CNN.
Okay, let me see. Right, this is why we do that. Let me see.
All right, you should have the login, username, and password here. All right, so let's get back to our show, man. Let's get back to the show.
Okay.
I am super excited about a lot of stuff. I think this 2026 primary is going to be very, very interesting too, because again, I think the Republicans are going to get decimated. I really do think they're going to get decimated. And I think they're going to get beat so bad to the point where they're going to have to start working, like especially Trump in his last 2 years. He's going to have to start working with Democrats. He's just going to have to, because at this point, you know, Democrats, they're going to have the leverage. But again, I don't want to see the Democrats keep doing the same old things they've been doing. They've been doing the same things. Just kind of when they get in power, they don't take it by the reins. They don't do the policies that the American people are really asking them to do. I mean, they try, but they don't really put up a fight. And one of the things I can respect about Trump is going to bring the fight to you. And he's going to continue to fight. And I think that's when we have to focus on, as well in the primaries, the American people to fight as well.
So what do you think? Why do you think he's such a fighter? Like, where do you think that comes from with him?
Man, I don't know, man. Trump is like a different animal. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, one thing I can say about Trump is he's definitely gonna fight. Okay, he is gonna fight. And one of the things, I don't know, I think he maybe get it from his father, Fred Trump. I have no idea. But Democrats can use some of that fight, because I think they're going to need that, especially moving down into the primaries from this primary election.
Okay, hey, real quick, bro. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna add it on. I had to switch to NBC.
Okay, great.
Vote
Let's
share
do
that
it.
does on the Democratic side. I think Cornyn's going to do pretty well there as well. Interestingly, Harris County, this is 10% of all the vote in the Republican side. Basically a tie there in the early vote. But there are still some areas on this map here that I think Paxton could get some, really squeeze some juice out of. This is the one I think I talked to you guys about this at the start of the broadcast, but Montgomery County, there is no county in America that produced a bigger vote plurality in 2024 for President Trump than Montgomery County. The growth here has been explosive. The population's grown like 400,000 people this century, 750,000 people. It's some of the most deeply Republican, deeply conservative turf you're going to find on the map anywhere. And I'm very curious to see what the number is that comes out of there, because I think the Paxton folks are probably expecting some big things there.
In the next couple of seconds before we hit the top of the hour, Steve, I know you've also been looking at the Crenshaw-Toth race too. What's interesting about that right now?
Something very interesting, and that's in the exact same area I was just talking to you about. I got to zoom in, geographically small, but okay.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a lot going on here, but this is the district. This is the district. Okay, there's two counties in this district. This is the county I was just telling you about. This is Montgomery County. This is part of Montgomery County. Okay.
Just want to kind of get what's your thoughts on that? On that, seems like if you can go back to the GOP, seems like go back to it. Seems like Corwin kind of pulling it out ahead of Paxton right now.
Oh man. Well, that money talks. Money definitely talks. And plus, again, he's the incumbent. So I think he's been in Congress or the Senate for 30 years. It's time for new leadership. But I'm not surprised, because he does have name recognition. But we'll see. Let's see how it unfolds. I'm just kind of curious to see how it unfolds.
Now, this is always the weird part, bro. The fact that like you want to go run for Senate during Trump years in Texas. I'm not trying to end up like Wesley Hunt, bro. You're not even, you know what I'm saying? You're not even in the race. You know what I'm saying? You're not even in the race, bro. You're not even in the race. So I don't really understand. Maybe it's just getting out there for name recognition for him, just say he was in a race. I know that's a thing that people do, but you know what I'm saying. But maybe that's his goal. I don't know his you're not going to win Texas during the Trump era and the MAGA era. You're just not.
No. Yeah, well, I would say this, because I've been hearing reports that Democrats actually got a shot at winning Texas in the primaries. Like, I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's even possible. But I know, just like Georgia, they said Georgia was not possible, and they actually ended up winning Georgia. But we'll see.
Yeah, let's go back to the video, just see how it's going. Let me see. Some of the, other elections that are happening out there in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, those are congressional seats right there.
mm-hmm.
Ooh, man, these races are getting close. Arkansas, man, I got an interesting story about Arkansas. I actually went to Arkansas for the first time 2 years ago, and boy, I tell you, man, the people of Arkansas, great people, man, wonderful people. I went to Pine Bluff, man, just a great hospitality, man, solid folks, bro.
Oh, real quick, isn't Al Green? Was he the one who was like cussing Trump out?
Yeah, Trump's scared of him, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey, can we get some audio, Matt? We can't hear.
Yeah, I turn the audio on. Get it cracking.
0.6% of the vote is in. Valerie Fouché, the incumbent, with a narrow lead right now. But again, folks, just 48.6% of the vote in. So this is one that we continue to watch very closely.
On the Senate side, we've talked about the Democrats in North Carolina. Roy Cooper, the projected winner as expected.
And
Marcus Williams, man. Hey, hold up.
Look at your goofy ass.
Ass whooping right there, y'all.
Man.
Another one too. Look at this. Hey, bro, when they call you the projected winner, just go home, bro. You know
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Let's see what we got to say that.
For his strong and unwavering support in this race, his leadership has changed our country, and I am proud to stand with him in the fight to secure our border, to strengthen our economy, and put America first.
Michael Whatley speaking there. We also don't want to ignore our friends out in Arkansas, where it's primary night out there as well, and in the gubernatorial primary.
Bro, I that stuff bothers me, man. Like I'm standing with Trump while we put America first. Gut everything. Protect our border.
they say that because they have to say that. They feel like getting close to Trump is going to get his endorsement, and they just want his endorsement. Some of these people don't even like Trump. Let's keep it real. Some of these Republicans don't even like Trump. They hate his guts. They talk about him behind his back. They talk about how bad he smells, but then they have to do this fake. And this is what's so fake. And this is why a lot of people don't like politics. It's because they try to act one way in front of his face and, oh, Trump is just the greatest and the wonderful. And then behind his back, stab him in the back. And it's just like, man, I think they do the voters just like that the same way too, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to play this because they're talking about the polls is closed in Texas. So let's turn the volume up.
Reporters in the room. There's going to be special guests. By contrast, Senator John Cornyn, the incumbent in this race, he's not holding an event tonight. He's just holding a media availability with reporters after we presumably get some of the results in later tonight. And the reason is because they acknowledge this is likely going to a runoff. They say there's nothing to celebrate just yet. But for Ken Paxton, the fact that he has made this race so close, given that John Cornyn is the incumbent, given that he has had GOP leadership backing, that is a huge feat for Ken Paxton. So they are starting to really soak in some of the early victory, but they too acknowledge there is a long way to go between now and May. And if this primary was already expensive and bruising and messy, it's probably only going to get worse in the months ahead.
Let me go to Priscilla Thompson now, who is on the Democratic side of the ledger there. And what's been interesting, we've been following it really since we came on the air about an hour and change ago, is this issue with these polling sites, some confusion there. The Crockett campaign pretty fired up about this.
Uh-oh, Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, very fired up, calling it voter suppression, saying that they have been getting tons of emails and messages throughout the day about this. And this was supposed to be the time when they were supposed to be looking at those early vote numbers and really focusing on the numbers that were coming out. But instead, they still have another hour here of trying to get the vote out. And so we saw her and Colin Allred hosting a presser earlier today, trying to get that word out. They've also been on social media, encouraging people to continue to go to the polls, make sure that they check online to see where their polling location is, and to stay in line as long as it takes in order to cast that ballot.
She's jamming back there, bro.
They also have got to be looking at these numbers that are starting to come up as well, even as they are still trying to turn out that vote for this next hour here.
All right, Priscilla, thank you for that. Ryan, let's go to you. You're at the Tallarico headquarters. He has been running as basically painting himself as someone who would be more electable in a general election, trying to make the case that he can drive out more independent, moderate voters against the argument from Jasmine Crockett that she's the fighter who's going to take on President Trump. How are they feeling right now as these results come in?
Well, if it gives you a sense, Kristen, every time the results from this race come up on the live stream behind us in this party, everybody cheers. People are feeling optimistic here tonight. You're right. This is a race for them of a peacemaker, of a seminarian who took a break from that to run for Senate. They believe that he has
37%
much more broad appeal to put together a more diverse coalition, whether that means age, race, or indeed politics. I've been following Tallarico around from Dallas to Houston to Austin, and I think I've heard him say the words Donald Trump twice. And it is only to say to the crowd, if you voted for Donald Trump, you have a place in this campaign.
That's
we
smart.
are seeing a lot of optimism because people think that message is resonating here tonight.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Ryan Chandler. Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll come back to you early and often.
Ryan Nobles, Garrett Hayes.
Come back to me.
Come back to me, baby. Yeah. So what's your quick thoughts on this, Matt? I don't know.
Go ahead. What's your thoughts, man?
Go for it.
I mean, obviously it's a close call. It's a close call. We'll see, man. Like I said, it's Texas. We'll see, man. I mean, we'll see. It's only what 37% of the vote in. We'll see. I will say, I think, like I said, the most interesting part is really on the Republican side. And really the more MAGA guy who's probably willing to do Trump's bidding when he comes in. So I think that is interesting. They don't even mention Wesley Hunt's name, bro. Like that dude is just a third wheel at this point.
Hey, hey, hit me with the goofy, bro.
Hey, bro, you thought you had a chance?
Look at your goofy ass.
He was drinking that Kool-Aid, bro. That dude was drinking that Kool-Aid. He thought he had a chance, bro.
Hey, they'd be like, man. They vote, they see his name, and like, oh, what's this? Who's this?
Look at your goofy ass.
Oh man.
And like Chris Carter.
Yeah, I don't think he don't have a shot, bro. He don't have a shot, man.
No, bro. Nah, bro. Hey, no chance, bro. No chance, bro.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think, man, this is going to be a close race, really close race. Again, welcome everybody who's joining us live again. This is the Matt and Ivory Show, and we're so glad to have you guys here. Hit that like button if you can. It's a party here. We're having a good time. We're just enjoying this watch show. We're just watching it, having a good time, and we vibing today. It's just we're gonna have a good time on this primary show. So far, we predicted what we said was gonna happen.
Yeah.
We said it was gonna be a close race, but I do think that I think that how these races shape up is going to really tell us a lot about how the midterms are going to go, basically.
Yeah, it seems like he seems to pull away a little bit more and more every time it comes out. So
yeah, 50% in.
Yeah. Someone like Jasmine Crockett kind of has her strong points in the areas, but it seems like he probably has more of a broader appeal, especially coming from a place like Texas. They may not be ready to see a Jasmine Crockett, a senator in Texas, right? Too. So it's also Texas, and they did gerrymander the mess out of Texas as well too. So I mean, I'm not saying that I know it's still primary, so it's obviously she's going to get another Democrat, but that can play a role into as well. So I don't know, man. It's interesting, and I told you, really pay attention. A lot of that voter registration fraud stuff.
Yeah,
especially in Texas. So I think. I'm not sitting there saying that played a role in Tallarico or Jasmine Crockett. I'm not sitting there saying that, but you're starting to see these dirty deeds and dirty tricks. Man, bro, every time I see her, I can't help it, bro.
Look at your goofy ass.
Every time I see it, bro, I'm just like, he probably gonna see me out in the real world. And he gonna probably try to confront me, man. I'm just gonna bust out laughing.
Look at your goofy ass.
I can't help it, bro.
No!
That's what his wife said. He's like, "Hey, wife, I think I want to run for Senate." And what his wife do, bro? Play that again. No! Hey, bro, one more time. They be like, "Hey, are you voting for Wesley Hunt in Texas?" No!
that dude didn't get, bro. He got like negligible points. It's like, why is he on the ballot? Why even put him on the ballot, bro?
His family voted for him. That's it.
I know. Man, I wonder how soon man, I hope this does not go all night. I mean, it went a long time. I think the last primary, it was pretty long.
Man, you a cloud with that though. That's funny, bro.
Man, let's get a little quick break in. Let's see what the Trump administration, how they dancing over them. Let's see them play a little bit. Play the Trump administration.
Woo! Soulless train.
Yeah. All right, guys, keep the comments coming in, guys. Whatever. How do you feel about this primary night? What's happening? What are you seeing? How do you feel about it so far? Holla at us. Shoot a comment in the comments section.
Let's see what former Speaker Kevin McCarthy has to say. The one who got blasted by Matt Gaetz. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Anymore. You complain about the State of the Union. If I was Democrats, I'd be very afraid that the country saw you not to stand up for a woman who had her young daughter murdered, or wouldn't stand up for making a decision: do I stand with Americans or do I stand with the illegals? These all will play come November. How the economy will play in November determines where the economy is at in November.
Yeah.
Now, you're the Republicans in the House. Don't look for somebody else to carry the weight, because when President Trump ran for re-election the first time and lost, and the Democrats got 82 million votes, you know how many Republicans in Congress lost re-election? 0. That hasn't happened since 1994. We beat 13 Democrats, okay? In the last 70 races in a presidential year for the Senate, 69 of those 70 states will vote exactly
Man,
how
go
they
get
vote
Matt
for
Gaetz on this goo, bro.
for the Senate. Only Maine was different with Collins. But President Trump won Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, and Wisconsin, and the Republicans didn't. So they underperformed. Now President Trump wins this presidential election, but he wins it by the popular vote, which is very difficult with the majority each and every day. When the Democrats shut down the House, you shouldn't have shut the House down well. You're in power. You determine what comes to the floor. We have lost more discharge petitions in 3 weeks than in 30 years. We are sitting at almost to break the record in 2018 for the most retirements. It's easier to pick a seat up when it's open than when you're running the incumbent. We have a money advantage for Republicans because we have President Trump. We have more money. The Democrats don't have much money. Their polling numbers not great. And the same part, they don't have a leader making an agenda. So I wouldn't and remember, this isn't 2018 where you have 27 Republicans sitting in seats that the Democrat carried. There's only like 5 to 7 of those. So
I have something to say, bro. I think Kevin McCarthy, and I think this is what the Republicans did. I think they did it with Donald Trump. I think they went to the casino. They turned in all their tokens for right now. So they cashed in all their tokens to dominate right now. So we get as much power as we can for ourselves. And essentially, you and me both know, I'm not saying it's a blue wave. I'm not even getting that. But the country is really going, especially the younger generations, especially after what Trump did in the first election. He's uncool in the Epstein files. A lot of these young kids, they may not be Democrats, but they going to be left of center.
Okay.
You know, I think over the next 20 years or so, bro. That's just my take. So I just think when I hear Kevin McCarthy, it's like they cashing all their chips right now. We're going to do every can to maintain power right now.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that. And I agree to a certain extent. Because I feel like this is a pivotal moment for the country right now. I really do believe this is a pivotal moment. And I think you're going to lose a great deal of the base in either party, because you have right-wing extremists like Nick Fuentes, and I don't want to platform him, but you have people like him that's literally was super MAGA. Now they're saying, go vote Democrat, right? Go vote for the Democrats. And I think this is a good opportunity for Democrats to make some noise and actually win back some voters who are kind of just disenfranchised with them. That's just tired of them. I know I'm getting tired of the Democratic Party. I mean, they say one thing and they get in office, they don't do it. And this is on both sides.
No, I mean, that's all good points. All good points, bro. All good points. And people are getting fed up. I just had to mute it, man. Kevin McCarthy was going in, bro. He had them old crusty talking points, bro.
I know. He sounded like this, bro.
I love Jesus and I love President Trump.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. bro. When Matt Gaetz got in your face, you had no smoke for him.
No, not at all. Not at all. Of course. Yeah. Man, where are we at with the numbers? Are they showing us the numbers yet?
Let me see.
We got some comments coming in. Let's see here.
Yep.
Let's go here. Carlos said, "You can keep telling people they are doing better, but if people don't have less and less money, they won't believe you." Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, people, you can feel it. You can feel it at the grocery store. You can feel it at the gas pump. And you really gonna feel it at the gas pump when this whole Iran situation fully go into full fruition. You're really gonna feel it there. You're gonna feel it in your credit card interest rates. Americans are gonna feel it. So you can't keep lying and saying, our president did at the State of the Union, everything's fine, everything's wonderful. And that's not what our wallet books are saying. So good point, Carlos.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen into what this guy's saying, Matt.
Of Houston here, the Woodlands, if you know the area here. The Paxton folks, I think, were expecting big things out of this county, and boy, they didn't get them. This is the early vote in Montgomery County, and look at that, a 30-point margin here for Paxton over Cornyn. There's a ton of votes that come out of here. This is one of the most conservative, very active politically counties you're going to find anywhere, and you can see that energy behind Paxton coming out of that vote right there. Again, with the early vote, what that did to the statewide vote. Again, a lot of population centers. I think we have more vote, I think, sort of from the population centers than from the more rural parts of Texas here, which have been, I think, helping Cornyn's overall number. You know, you're seeing there Cornyn ahead by 3 points in the count right now. But that batch that Paxton just got out of Montgomery put a dent in that. And I think you can see in a lot of when you get away from the population centers, you see a little bit more for Paxton. So I think he's certainly got they'll add up. They're not going to be big individually, but they will add up. I just want to look, if you'll permit me, because we just got Montgomery. The last time I talked to you guys, that is so big to Dan Crenshaw trying to hang on. And if we got it in the Senate race, do we have it now in the House race? And what a build up for nothing, guys. We don't have we don't have Montgomery for the House race. We have it for the Senate race. I wasn't sure. I was hoping for a big moment there. But anyway, that when we get that, which I think could be moments from now, I think we're going to know a lot about Dan Crenshaw and what's going on there.
All right, Steve, can you bring us up to speed on what's going on with James Tallarico and Jasmine Crockett? Because that's obviously one of the big races that we're watching.
Yeah, let's see what's happening.
Yes, and you had asked me about the Hispanic vote, and now I will answer your question, because we are finally getting, I think we are getting what timing, you guys? Bexar County. This is San Antonio. This is 8% of all votes in the Democratic primary. When all is said and done, we just got the early vote out of Bexar County. This is a very big one here. This gets to what you're talking about, certainly with Hispanic vote. Tallarico winning the early vote in Bexar County here, 56 to 42.
That's not good for Jasmine.
What's interesting is I've been looking at I've been talking about this on the live stream here, benchmarks that I've kind of had in these counties for these candidates. I think from what we've seen elsewhere that Tallarico perhaps wanted to be doing a little bit better, or wants to be doing a little bit better than 56-42 in Bexar County. I think he wants to be in the 60s here. I think he wanted to be in the 60s here. We'll see as the same day vote comes in here if this number ticks up for him. But I think it's interesting because the bigger point I was about to make is that elsewhere south of San Antonio, we are starting to get some big counties here, okay? This is where Corpus Christi is. You see, what you're talking about here is small Black population, large Hispanic population, okay? And look, Tallarico, 25, 26 points ahead here around Corpus Christi, Brownsville, okay? 30 points there for Tallarico in the early vote. Here's a huge one. Webb County, where Laredo is, 34 points. These are all numbers in deep South Texas there that are very consistent with Tallarico winning the Hispanic vote, and I think winning it sizably. So that was one of the mysteries that we had in the polling coming into tonight, was what that Hispanic vote was going to look like in South Texas here, deep South Texas. I think we're getting a very clear look. Although, again, I will say I'm interested here. Based on what I've been seeing there, when I clicked on Bexar County, I was expecting to see a bigger number for Tallarico out of there. So overall, what that adds up to here, again, this is early vote that's been coming in. We're waiting to compare it to the same day, and I can't stress it enough, we don't have Dallas County, Crockett's home county here, but in the early vote, 7-point advantage for Tallarico right now.
I was just going to ask you, do we have a sense, obviously we don't have Dallas County yet, but any sense of how the African-American turnout has been? Obviously, Jasmine Crockett making the argument that she's the candidate to best turn out the African-American vote.
Yeah, I mean, again, so the counties that have sizable black populations, where you would be looking, East Houston. Texas here. This thing, I gotta get this right here. So here you go. This is where Beaumont is. Jefferson County has the largest share of black population of any county in Texas. There are no majority black counties in Texas, but Jefferson County has the highest concentration of black voters. And look at that. Crockett running at 80% here this is the early vote, but this is 2/3 of the vote. And again, this is expected, I think. I in fact have a benchmark written down here for Crockett. 80%. I think she needs to get 80% out of Jefferson County. She's running at 80% in the early vote right here. So let's see if that continues. But that's consistent with the candidate who is winning the black vote by overwhelming margins.
So, Steve, we're about 36 minutes away from, obviously, the poll close there in Dallas County and in that section of Texas there. I would never ask you to make a prediction on a crystal ball, but if you were looking at sort of the next big places where you're looking to see vote drop in either in Texas, what's the thing you keep refreshing? Bring us up there with you.
Yeah, look, I don't mean to take the easy way out on this, and I'm not refreshing as we know it's 10 o'clock, but it's Dallas because,
Dallas.
This is how many votes are coming out?
What about Harris?
What about Harris County?
Yeah, we got
Houston,
we've got
Dallas.
This is the early vote from Harris County here. Crockett leading this by 8 points. So yes, I think this is a county that Crockett needs to win. I think she needs to win this county by several points. I think when we looked at this one going in, it looked sort of like a toss-up, like a swing county. I think this is one, if Tallarico is winning this, Tallarico is feeling great about where he is statewide. This is early vote. So yeah, what happens here? Now the warning I got to give you on Harris County is they're notorious for giving you the early vote, and then the next day you get the same day, like 2 a.m. you get the same day vote. So let's see.
Okay, we will see. We're hanging out with you.
Guys, we got Crenshaw. Do you want to see it?
Yes, go.
Let's go. Yes.
Do we ever?
Dude was excited, bro. I like him.
Okay.
You know his stuff.
Wow. Okay. This is Montgomery County. The Woodlands. Wow. This is the early vote. Again, this is toast based.
I wanted to hear your thoughts, bro.
Man, I think, I thought Jasmine Crockett was going to do a lot better. And I'm kind of actually surprised that she's not doing as well as I thought she would. I picked her to win tonight, but at the same time, that James Tallarico guy, it's something about that guy. I just love how he delivers a message. And he is a Christian. I think he's one of the real Christians out here. There's a lot of fake MAGA Christians out here. But I think he has that juice in terms of like that centrist Democrat juice. But I do think the country needs something more. I think for Texas, that works for Texas. But for overall in the country, I think we need a huge transformation. I don't think that's going to come from a centrist Democrat.
No, this is what it is, bro. You don't put this person in office and then you come in and you just bring in like a good old hearted,
I know, right?
A good hearted like police officer. You need Batman to come out and get off the street, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I agree.
Man, real quick, man. I know they're still kind of counting up the votes and stuff like that. And we've been covering this for a while. We want to make sure we cover anything you wanted to say, man, because I still want to follow stuff in the morning, follow stuff. I was getting later into the night. Any other things you wanted to say, Ivory?
Man, I would say, man, this is what democracy looks like. I'm so glad that we have a democracy where we can literally go out and vote and be able to express how we feel and be able to, just kind of do the American way. This is the American way where people have a voice and you can exercise your vote by coming out and voting for the candidate who you think that would best represent you. So it's good to see democracy alive and well, at least for now. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good thoughts, man. And I think for me, man, I think it's just interesting. I learned a lot of things about Texas. That that I learned watching this election. So I mean, and a lot of things I learned. So I think that'd be good. And then also too, like I said, for me, it comes down to three things: it's the Democratic Party moving in a more progressive way? Are the Republicans are they doubling down on MAGA? And third, how is this voter suppression? Texas, which was like obviously one of the places they were really pushing for. How is this looking? How will this impact the election? So those were kind of the things that I really was looking at. And I kind of got some answers watching this.
I know. Well, hey, man, MAGA Jesus. I think Carlos had a comment. Let's go back to Carlos' comment. He said, I don't think real Christians would support bombing children. There are no real Christians. I don't know about, I hate to use absolutes like that, Carlos. I would say that there is a lot of fake Christians out here. We call them MAGA Christians, the ones who vote for all the wrong things MAGA that Jesus would be like.
One more time, MAGA Jesus.
MAGA Jesus. Pull MAGA Jesus out, man. Pull them out, man. MAGA Jesus, man. Woo! Woo! Yeah, so you have the fake MAGA Jesus people, but then you also have some real Christians. And what I mean by real Christians, because nobody's perfect, right? But I'm talking about people who strive to live and follow the teachings of Christ. You do have people out here who are trying to do what Christ called us to do, and I think that's a hard thing to live up to. But you do have a lot of people who co-opted the Christian faith. So that's something that I talk about. I am a Christian, and I do believe that you do have some good versus evil, light versus dark. And I think that's just something that we're always going to have to fight against.
No, those are good points, bro. Those are good points. And just one more time, bro. I had to go to my man. What's my man's name? Is it Willie Hunt?
I don't know. Oh,
the third person.
Who was that?
Running for Senate, the third wheel.
Oh, is the goofy guy? Let's go back to him.
Let's go back to him. Wesley Hunt, real quick, man. Should he have ran, bro? Oh man, hey bro, Wesley, bro. After this, bro, just move to Denver, bro.
Yeah, Wesley Hunt, man. I don't even think he probably just got in just to get clout. A lot of these people do that, man. They just come in just to run on the platform just to get some clout.
They just happen to be in the room, bro.
Yeah, bro. They just want to be in the room, man. Like this guy right here.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
It makes you think that at a fundamental level, this is sort of a he said, she said, right? And at the end of the day, do you believe Donald Trump, who always tells the truth? Just kidding. Or do you believe that woman on that tape?
I cannot stand Trump because I think he's a fraud. Well, I think he's a total fraud that is exploiting these people, who is a total fraud.
Like you said, I agree with you on Trump because I don't think that he's the person. I don't think he actually cares about folks.
There is definitely an element of Donald Trump support that has its basis in racism or xenophobia. I think there's a chance, if I feel like Trump has a really good chance of winning, that I might have to hold my nose and vote for Hillary Clinton. I think that I'm going to vote third party because I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place.
Ooh, I do it right.
One last time, man. Did JD Vance keep it? Was JD Vance being honest? Yeah, man.
Wait, let's check in one more last time before we close out this live stream. How we doing?
Okay. Let me see. Okay.
attorney for the third largest county in the country, I took the Trump administration to court multiple times and beat them. And I think what people are looking for in this moment is not symbolic fights, not cosmetic fights for the purpose of making noise, but fights that are really going to lead to a change in people's lives. When I beat the Trump administration, it was to protect healthcare programs right here in Harris County as our country becomes more and more unaffordable. So I'm excited. We're in a great position in this race, and I look forward to the rest of the results coming in.
Congressman, one of the other dynamics at play, is we don't have to tell you in your race, is this question of generational change, an argument that you've been making, obviously, and an argument that has some resonance here inside the Democratic Party writ large. Help us understand the case that you're trying to make to your district here.
What I've been talking about is how we need new and fresh strategies to fight back against the Trump administration and a Republican majority in Congress, which has ceded all of their power to the executive branch. And when I talk to people out in the street, that's exactly what they're saying, that they want the baton to be passed and that they're ready for new leadership that's going to take this district into the future. And so I look forward to continuing that fight. We've run an exclusively positive campaign focused on how I'm going to make life better for folks in the 18th Congressional District. And what's so incredible to me is I have never represented the vast majority of this district. I just got sworn in a few weeks ago. 60% of this district comes from Congressman Green's old district, yet we are still in first place, and I only have 3 weeks to my name in Congress. I think that's a testament to the work that we've done, to the hard campaign that we're running, and I look forward to the rest of the results coming in.
So then what do you say to the argument that your opponent is making, that experience matters here, that you got to be in the fight to take the fight to the White House?
The experience hasn't gotten as much. Despite all this experience that we've seen in Congress, the president is still launching an unsanctioned war on a foreign nation. Despite all this experience that we're supposedly seeing in Congress, America is still becoming more and more unaffordable while the president runs roughshod on our Constitution, on our laws, and on our norms. We would see the president being reined in, but we're not seeing that, and that's why people are ready to change directions.
You raise the war of...
Hey, bro, man, sorry about that. I mean, you want to keep it going?
No, I mean, we can just talk a little bit about it. I want to just see the last, where Jasmine Crockett and James Tallarico. I just want to see one last clip, see where the results are, and then we can see where we go from there. So, yeah.
Look at your goofy ass.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Donald Trump!
Hey, real quick, hey, no, and also too on the live stream, don't be insulting me and run up on me, act like you know me, because if you insult me on the live stream, bro, and I see you out in public, hey, you remember me on your comments, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, I know, man. But hey, you know what? This is fun. We actually enjoy you guys coming out here. We love to read your comments. Like we said, please hit that like button. And again, this is fun. We are enjoying watching the primaries with you guys. So thanks for just hanging out with us tonight on this Tuesday night.
Did Josh add his Michael?
Bro, I literally felt like that when Trump got reelected a second time, bro.
Yeah, bro, let me play it, man.
Man, that's how it was, bro. Man, Trump, Michael Myers, bro.
Michael Myers administration.
Yeah, I know, man. This is like Steffi, like Stephen Miller, Christine Nome, that's her name.
Yeah.
ICE, man. We forgot all about ICE. You know what I'm saying?
In the State of the Union, he didn't mention it not one time. Let's put this down. They got her on there.
Oh yeah. Let's get some volume here.
And I know that their heart is in the right place, and will do everything they can to flip this state. My commitment is, regardless of who wins that race, I will be boots on the ground across the state of Texas, activating voters so that we can take it to John Cornyn, Ken Paxton, or whatever other crazy Republican comes out of that primary and flip this state.
A diplomatic response with your Democratic colleagues. Congressman, thank you. Appreciate you joining us. Let's bring in now a couple of folks who have been watching all of this along with us, who I know have some takes. I know they got some thoughts. Matt Gorman, former senior communications advisor to the Tim Scott presidential campaign. Ashley Etienne, former communications director to Vice President Harris, two
All right,
longtime pros in the biz. Since we just finished with the
man.
You heard the names.
Yeah, you heard the names. You like, nah, bro. I don't want to hear none of that, man. They drinking that Kool-Aid too, bro.
As soon as you heard they ridiculous, you was like,
man, I ain't want to hear it, bro. I just didn't want to hear it. All right, let's talk about this real quick. We got Jasmine Crockett. Man, she is getting crushed right now, and I'm just so surprised. I thought this would be a closer race, and this was the polls. This was the polls, you guys, a few days ago. Okay, This was a few days ago. Jasmine Crockett was up 56-44. And now the way she's losing, and again, all the votes have not been counted yet. So we can't count her out, but it does look like this is not looking good for her. So, man, like, shout out to James Tallarico. I mean, he's doing his thing. And we'll continue to see how the night unfolds.
And I would say this, so I would love to do a breakdown of how the votes went, based on breakdown on the demographics. I think that's going to be important to watch in this in this primary.
Oh yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. You know what, man? Hey, bro, go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt, bro. I bet you if it was 4th and 5, this guy can come up with a great play call, great play, bro. That dude looked like an offensive coordinator, bro. Oh,
like Sean McVay.
Willie Hunt. Oh man, Willie Hunt.
Look at your goofy ass.
Willie Hunt, bro.
Yeah, Willie Hunt.
Willie Hunt ain't doing so well.
No, my bad. What were you about to say, bro?
No, I don't know, man. I just feel like, man, elections are so unpredictable, man. You think one person is going to win. Like, again, we look at this poll again. This was just a few weeks ago. Jasmine Crockett looked like she was going to take a race. She was going to run away with this thing. And now, as you see the new polls and the fresh polls are coming in, she's actually trailing. She's trailing this guy by 8 points.
Yeah. I think, exactly. That's why I think a lot of times people don't trust the polls all the time.
Yeah, so, I agree.
But man, I'll say, man, it was definitely good doing this show, man. I think we definitely want to do a deep dive once those numbers come out. And it looks like with the Republican primary, it probably won't be decided tonight. It's too close. Yeah. We know Willie Hunt, man. Willie Hunt is not in the hunt. We know that.
I know. And guys, don't forget to do this.
Don't boo. Vote.
Make sure you get out and vote, especially in the primaries. You got to vote in the primaries. It's coming up because that's just where we at. But, Matt, you want to sign us off, man? Wait. We got a comment coming in. Hold on, let me see here. Let's see here. We have a comment here. Eric Graham said Ingram, okay. She didn't have nearly the support of the Democrat chair. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, man, I feel like a lot of people didn't support Jasmine Crockett for whatever reason, right? A lot of people got various reasons and takes on Jasmine Crockett. She's very in your face, and I feel like a lot of people don't like that. And I really feel like at a time like this, people don't want what they perceive as extreme, and they feel like Jasmine Crockett is far left. I don't see it, but a lot of people feel that way, and they feel like this James Tallarico guy is more of a center person. So I don't know. I just feel like people want to get back to the center for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Oh man, cool, man. Hey, shout out Carlos. Hey, give Carlos a shout out, man. Let's give him a shout out, bro.
Yeah, shout out Carlos. Thanks.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. All right, so let's do our national anthem, guys. It's custom. We do a national anthem here because we are so patriotic and we love our country so much. Let's get started, Matt. Shame. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you so much for coming out with us, and we'll see you guys in another stream one.